upper two chambers of his heart, called an atrial septal defect, or a patent foraminal valley in his case. It was about that big and an elliptical shape. So I removed that thickened muscle and then closed that hole. Then we did an echocardiogram when we came off. There's a valve that sits in the left on the left side of the heart, just below the outflow tract, called the mitral valve, and with that hypertrophy, cardiomyopathy like he has, with the jet of blood flow going across that obstruction, what it does is suck that valve up into the outflow tract. That's called systolic and anterior motion of the mitral valve. Usually after we remove that muscle, then that mitral valve works okay. I was just telling them, I do a number of people with hypertrophic myopathy. I've only seen it once before where that valve has been sucked up into the outflow tract for so long that it's elongated the valve and made it abnormal, so it leaks badly still. So after we finished, closed that hole and removed the muscle, he still had that valve sticking out into the outflow tract every time his heart beat. And the valve, where the blood should go, that valve protecting it from going back into his lungs, it was still leaking because it was getting sucked out then. So I had to go back and replace that valve with an artificial valve. And then we did an echocardiogram after we got finished, and everything looked fine. So he's back in intensive. We had to do a little bit more than I thought. We had to close that hole I didn't know he had, and then we had to replace that valve. But he's back in intensive care. He has a breathing tube that goes into his mouth and down into his windpipe, and he's on a respirator, a breathing machine, which is normal. And then as soon as he wakes up well and is able to oxygenate his blood adequately, then we'll get that breathing tube out. That should be by later this afternoon or this evening. And then he'll probably be in intensive care just overnight tonight. And I think by tomorrow he should be ready to move to a room up on the third floor or the fourth floor. And he'll be up there probably about 4 or 5 days, and I should be ready to go home. Okay?
Thank you so
Now,
much.